All right, welcome everyone here. We've got lesson number 37 here. Yeah. Save the comments. Okay, so what we're looking at here is taking care of one-step inequality with our word problems. So we just got through seeing one-step equations with word problems, two-step equations with your word problems. Now we're breaking our inequalities here. So let's see what we got going on. We got Jim here, weighs 165 pounds and wants to go sailing with a friend. The weight on the boat cannot be greater than 350 pounds. Yes, people, it's a rather small boat that we are talking about here. All right, so it says write and solve an inequality to determine how much Jim's friend can weigh. Okay, so Jim weighs 165. Okay, so he's 165 pounds. Okay, we can add on his friend's weight, which we don't know what it is, so that's why it's an X. And it needs to be, all right, cannot be greater than 350. Okay, so the weight needs to be less than or equal to the 350 pounds. And the whole idea is cannot be greater than. So could it be 350? Yes, it can. So that's why it just cannot be greater than 350 that we're looking at. So that's why we use the or equal to. So now we're going to solve our equation here. So I'm going to subtract 165 from both sides. All right, and I'm going to get x is less than or equal to, little subtraction here, to start your subtraction music there. All right, you don't have subtraction music? You should have subtraction music there. All right, 185. All right, so 185 pounds. He needs to be less than or equal to 185. So we want to graph it here. So again, we like zero is a nice thing, but again, you don't have to. We can use the 185 and we can just put numbers to the right and numbers to the left. So I could even go 190 over here and I can go 180 that's over here. All right. So I'm going to graph it or equal to, so I do need a shaded in circle. It needs to be less than, so I'm shading to the left that's here. So I got myself a nice equation, I should say inequality, and I got my visual. So is 160 a possible solution? So where would 160 be? 160 would be somewhere over, and I shaded this way, so yes it is. All right, is 186 a possible solution? Well, there's 185. 186 would be over here. No, I did not shade that way, so that's a no. And is 185 a possible? It's right on it. It's shaded, so yes, it is. So the whole idea here is we want to be able to use that visual to answer the questions. Instead of taking the number and plugging it in and seeing if we get a true statement, we can just use the visual for it. So for example here, you could have done 165 plus 160, and I want to know if that's less than or equal to 350. And then I could do the addition. All right, 5, 2, carry the 1, 325. Is 325 less than or equal to 350? Yes, it is. It's just so much easier to go, it's there, and yeah, I shaded there, so that works. Okay. And again, the visual helps you apply the answers that you are looking at. All right. Let's try the next one here. We got students in the school band. All right, they're selling calendars for a fundraiser. All right, they earn 40 cents for each calendar they sell. Their goal is to earn more than $327. Write an inequality and solve an inequality to find the least number of calendars they need to sell to reach their particular goal. All right. Hey, wake up here. All right, we only got one more problem that we're dealing with. There's only two Oh, sorry. There's 3, 4 of them. Sorry. Okay. Well, if you need to sleep, take a moment there. Pause the video. Let's come back. All right. So they earn 40 cents for every calendar they sell. Their goal is to earn more. So they earn 40 cents for every single calendar. So if they sell like 10 calendars, what would you do? You would multiply. Okay, so 15 calendars. So it is a multiplication. I don't know how many calendars they have, but I would multiply for it. Their goal is to earn more than 327. Okay, so more than. So do they? What if more than? Okay, greater than. Can it be 327? No, they want more than that amount. So there we go. We've got it there. All right, it's just a greater than symbol because they want it to be more than that amount. So we'll do a little division here. We'll divide by 40 cents on both particular sides. This is one of those things of we would certainly give you a calculator if you ended up needing it. And I get it there. We wouldn't give you something like this on a quiz. We could give you a decimal. We'd give something a little bit more manageable there. All right. And we solve this. We're going to get x is greater than 817 and 5/10. Okay, so what does that say? Write an inequality to find the least number. So if we graph it here, I've got 817 and 5/10. All right, so something to the right, how about like 820? Something to the left. I mean, you could go 700 if you want. I mean, it's your choice. I mean, doing a scale is kind of nice, but it's not required by law. So greater than this amount. So greater, okay, so I'm going to do an open circle, and because we're greater, we are going to shade to the right. That's there. All right. So anything more than 817 and a half. Now let's be honest here, ladies and gentlemen. Can you sell half a subscription? Like, is only half a magazine going to come? Yeah, no. So we do need to interpret. So is 817 a possible solution? So again, just go to your picture there. No, it's to the left of 817. So that's a no. It's not on the shaded portion. Is 818 a possible solution? Yeah, it is there. All right. So actually, 818 is the minimum amount there. So when we go back to the question, to find the least number of calendars, it would be 818 of them. Is 700 a possible solution? And I'll be honest, ladies and gentlemen, I didn't even see 700 there. I know you're not going to believe me when I say that there, but I did not know that there was a 700 that was there. Is that part of my shaded region that we've got? Yeah, no, it's not. So that's why we're going to say no to it there. All right, so we're setting up, we're solving, we're checking to see where we are at. All right, so let's see here. We got 6. It's being increased by a number is at least 18. So 6 increased plus by a number, I don't know what it is, so we'll call it X, is at least 18. At least 18. So could it be 18? Yes, it can. Could it be smaller than 18? No, because it needs to be at least. Remember, this is the whole, you need to be at least 12 years old to see this movie. So if you're older, it's fine. If you're younger, sorry, end the line there, all right? Yeah, we want to be greater. 6 increase is at least, so yes, we can be. There we are. So let's solve. Subtract 6 from both sides. X is greater than or equal to 12. All right, so we'll get our 12 down. I'm going to choose something to the right. I'm just going to go 13, something to the left. I'm going to go 11 there. All right, we're going to go greater than or equal to, so it's a shaded in, so I am shading to the right. That's there. All right, is 7 a possible solution? Is it part of the shaded portion? No, 7's over here, so that's no. Is 15 a possible solution? Yes, because it's over there, so that's a yes. Is 12 a possible solution? Yes, it's shaded in, so I can use that particular number, so that is a yes, that's there. All right. Again, the graph simply speeds up the application of the interpreting instead of having to plug them in. With something like this, it's not too bad. I mean, come on, really? Is that bad? 6 plus 7, 13. Is 13 greater than? Or you go, no. So with your smaller numbers, your mental math ones, the graph isn't as valuable because you can do the mental math. But with the other ones, especially like we saw up there, it certainly is to kind of pick things up. All right, so this one here, let's see, we're earning $8.20 an hour. All right, summer job. Write, solve, and graph an inequality that represents the number of hours you need to work in order to buy a smartphone that costs $399. Okay, so we're getting $8.20 an hour. All right, so the idea is if you work 2 hours or 3 hours or 10 hours, what would you do to figure out how much you're getting? Well, you would multiply. So 820 times however many hours we've got there, all right? And we got a cost $399, so we need our money to be greater than or equal to $399. If we got more than $399, we're good, all right? We can buy that phone, all right? If we're under that amount, then it's no good. So let's solve here. What are you going to do to solve this inequality? Well, I see multiplication, so I'm going to end up doing some, division. So we're going to divide both sides by $8.20. So we'll punch that into the calculator, and it says x is greater than or equal to 48.658536. Okay, all right. Remember, we need to interpret here. So we're talking hours here. How many hours do we need to work? So we do need to do some rounding here. All right. The main thing there is what would end up working. So if I put my sketch on down here, all right, yeah, we're going to do some sort of a round there. So I got 48 point, you can put down 658, all right, this amount or greater than, all right. So again, typically hours, the directions here, they're not too clear. It didn't say how many hours. They didn't say whether I need minutes or anything like that. So we're just gonna go straight up hours. The main thing there is 48 hours enough? No, because the number 48 is actually over there. All right. The next one would be 49 hours, and that is on it. So yeah, if we work more than 49 hours, we would be good there. All right. And again, the visual just helps you come up with your answers that you're after. All right. That's it there, ladies and gentlemen. We are done with our 4 of them. Hopefully that kind of went rather smoothly for you. All right. Sorry, it sounded like a clown there, and I don't like clowns really. It, you can ask me about it in class tomorrow. I had a scary clown moment as a child there. Anyway, so I'm going to go on now and just try to go on with the rest of my day. All right. All right. We'll see you guys later.